Hello, Small Town Pride. Welcome back. Our next guest needs no introduction, but I will introduce her anyway. You know her from the top 3 of season 4 of RuPaul's Drag Race and the original winner of All Stars for RuPaul's Drag Race, Chad Michaels. Chad, how are you today?
I'm great. How's everybody doing? Happy Pride.
Happy Pride to you. So,
Thank you.
today we are focusing on small towns all over America. So, what
Yes.
advice do you have to people from small towns who are wanting to be their most authentic selves?
Well, I think everyone should remember, no matter where you're from, that, people like me and whoever, you look up to, whether it's Bob or Monet or Trinity or whoever it is, or Lady Gaga, they all had a dream at one time too. So, that should just tell you that anything is possible if you do the work. And I think authenticity comes out when you do the work and you put your
Mhm.
heart and your soul into it. And, all that will come through naturally if you just put your heart and mind to it.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. So, tell me, how did you get your start in drag performance?
I think it started when I was a kid. I was a very theatrical child,
Hmm.
always dressing up. I guess that my biggest idol as a teenager was Madonna. So that was my, crash course in gay right there. And the first time I actually did proper drag, I dressed up as Madonna
Hmm.
and snuck into the opening of one of our larger clubs here in San Diego that is still open, into Riches, when I was 20 years old. So that was really the first time I did it. And then the stage came along after that. So
Awesome. So, tell me, how old were you when you came out?
I was 19 years old when I came out, but I was very self-aware at an
Hmm.
early age. I knew that I was gay when I was a child. So it just took me a while because of where I lived,
Hmm.
and I guess the status quo at my schools where I went.
Right.
I had to survive, so I was unable to come out during high school. But as soon as I graduated when I was 19, I did come out to my mother, and I'm lucky enough to have a very loving and supportive,
Hmm.
understanding family.
Yeah,
So my coming out experience was very gentle, and I'm very grateful for that.
that's awesome. So, uh, you have made sort of a big name for yourself as a Cher impersonator, as a component of your drag performance. What was the inspiration for drawing on Cher?
Well, Cher kind of started when I had my opportunity to join the Dreamgirls review here in San Diego. And at that time, I was doing drag, but I wasn't doing look-alike characters. As I said before, I was trying to do Madonna, but
Yeah.
very unsuccessfully, just simply because I couldn't look like her. I have a long, thin face, and obviously she has a different facial structure. So I was struggling with what I wanted to do with
Hmm.
my career. And when I had the opportunity to join the Dreamgirls, my drag mother put me in drag as Cher for the first time and did my makeup. And it all kind of snowballed from there. And his name was Hunter. And in my opinion, was the greatest Cher impersonator of all time. So it runs in our family. And I'm just very lucky to have had a mentor like him to give me the push in the right direction.
That's excellent. So you
Yeah.
you mentioned the Dreamgirls review, and
Mm-hmm.
you are currently a producer and performer for the Dreamgirls review. So tell us a little bit about what that is.
The Dreamgirls is a really amazing show. We've been in San Diego for 30 plus years. The show was started by national activist Nicole Murray Ramirez. I don't know if you all know her. She's also the mother of the Imperial Court of the Americas. And The show is really based on celebrity lookalikes and comedy.
Hmm.
That's kind of how it started in the 80s. And it's been handed over to several different people over the years, and the cast has turned over several times during the years. And here we are now in 2020, and we've got an amazing cast of local performers and RuPaul's Drag Race superstars. And we've been praised by some pretty amazing media outlets. So I'm very lucky to be associated with this show, and it really is kind of my baby.
Hmm.
I've really nursed it along over the past decade when it was turned over to me. So it's something I'm very proud of.
Awesome. So tell me, what advice would you have for somebody who is trying to start a drag career or really boost their profile as a drag entertainer?
Well, I think that what everybody needs to remember is that drag isn't just a look. And I think that a lot of kids are getting sidetracked on that. And it is important. It is important to establish your brand. But I think it's most important that you determine what kind of an entertainer you're going to be. And you need to have a marketable skill. Are you going to be a celebrity impersonator like me? Are you going to be a live singer and write your own music like Alaska? Are you going to be a comedian like Ginger Minge? Are you going, you've got to have something. You've got to have something to do when you get on stage, because that is when it's going to make or break you. And, when you're starting out, that might not be clear, and it doesn't have to be right away, but it should be what you're focusing on. I know a lot of people just want to do drag because it's fun and it's expressive. But when you get a little bit deeper into it, and when you start really figuring out who you are as an entertainer, you need to figure out what you're going to sell, because that's going to give you longevity in the business. And trust me, I've been in the business nearly 30 years, and it's just gotten better and better and better for me. And I credit that to staying focused and working hard and trying to deliver something that's entertaining to people and that keeps them wanting to come back for more.
Awesome. Yeah, don't mind me taking notes over here.
That's okay.
So, how long did it take for you to sort of find your niche as the kind of entertainer that you've become?
I've always been a real pop culture addict. So I always kind of knew that it would be something to do with celebrity lookalike or and at this point over the years, cosplay has so much become a big part of my act. And I love, everything from cartoons to film to TV sitcom, and all of these characters that have come into people's lives that have become near and dear to them and near and dear to me. And it's so fun for me to take these beloved characters and bring them back to life on stage for people. And so yeah, my career has taken a lot of different roads, and I'm really, at this point, I'm very happy with where I'm at and what I'm doing, and I'm still having fun. So that is the most important thing.
Yes, and it definitely shows in the work that you put together that I have seen.
Thank you.
So tell me, right now, what are some of the projects that you're working on, some of the ideas that you're tossing around, that sort of thing?
Well, listen, sister, you're standing in front of a green screen right now. So I think that since the pandemic hit, obviously our entire industry has been brought to a screeching halt. And I think that more than anything, all of us are just yearning for a stage right now. So we've all been relearning this and who we are and how we fit into all this. And I've been trying to learn some new skills and produce content for the internet and for my people, and just to stay busy. So that's really been kind of where I'm at right now. I we're all locked up in the house and doing the best that we can do. And I'm doing more than some and a lot less than others, but I think that we're all just doing the best that we can do. And I've taken this break as an opportunity to kind of put my skills under a microscope and see where I'm lacking. And it's become very clear and evident. And that's why I'm enjoying, learning how to film on green screen, how to light things, how to work without an audience. Because I think that maybe the first time that any of us girls got in front of a camera to do a live stream drag show in our living room, it kind of threw us for a loop, because we live off of our audience, not only their tips, but their love and their energy and the interaction. And so it's all just been about relearning and embracing it and moving forward.
Yeah, definitely a learning curve performing in new sorts of avenues.
Yeah.
And I, for one, and I'm sure most of us out there, cannot wait to see what new skills you are developing during this time. How can folks follow you, book you, keep up with the work that you're putting out?
Sure. Well, I'm all over social media. You can visit my proper website is chadmichaels.com. I just got my merchandise store up, so there's some really fun little curated items in there if you guys are into your merchandise. And you can find me on Twitter at Chad Michaels1, on Facebook, Chad Michaels fan page, and I also have my personal page if we're friends or if you want to send me a request. And I'm really most active on Instagram, just because we all know it's quick and dirty. So I'm Chad Michaels All-Star on Instagram, and you can check out all of my latest content. I call it my quarantine content is all up on my Instagram television. So if you guys want to drop by there and spend a couple minutes watching my videos, I'd appreciate it. And like it and share it if you can.
Awesome. I highly encourage everybody to do so. You've got the beautiful Instagram lighting behind you.
Thank you.
All right. Before we wrap up, do you have any other advice, words of encouragement to the folks at home before we wrap up?
Yeah, everyone, whether you're in a small town or a big town, this year has just really been a struggle for all of us. All of our Pride festivals have been canceled. We're all gonna be doing What's Packing with Michelle Visage with all of the outfits that we plan to wear for Gay Pride this year. But I just want everyone to hang in there, and most importantly, to stay safe. And if I know it's going to be tempting to get together and party, but just do it wisely. Use your head, wear your masks until they give us the all clear, and who knows when that's going to be. But it's most important to stay healthy, because we all need you. We need ourselves. We need everybody to stay safe and well. So just celebrate together, alone, at home, and get into it, y'all, because this is what we got.
Awesome. Well, Chad Michaels, thank you so much. I am so excited to see your video for Song for the Lonely. That seems really timely and poignant right now. So thank you so much for your time, and happy Pride to you.
Thank you so much. Love to everybody. Love to you. And everyone, stay safe, stay well, stay home. Much love.
All right. Bye.
Bye, sweetie.